Ọ na-asụkwa kọtọ 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 kọtọ. If you want to prepare this koto koto potato porridge, come with me. Let's prepare it together while we gist. Here are the ingredients we'll be using. Irish potatoes or spuds. This is abundant in Nigeria. I don't even know when the season is, but I know that when we're in Irish potato season in Nigeria, a lot of these go to waste in people's kitchens. Let that person not be you, that Irish potatoes is going to waste in his or her kitchen. This is one way to use up your Irish potatoes. Yeah, let me put my palm here so you can gauge the size. I'm preparing this for my children, two of them. There are two of them. I don't even know if they'll finish it because they don't like this meal. I'll talk more about that later. This is red paprika. It's not spicy at all. I'm just adding it for color. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to use a small quantity like that. You'll see it. This is my chicken and beef stock. Remember when I made that, I have a video on how to make this. This is one of the meals where I add it to, because this meal doesn't come with, even though it came with this. I don't always prepare it with this one, but this is a way to add some flavor to it without using seasoning cubes here. And this is spinach. You can add this one any quantity you want. My children, they don't like a lot of it. That's the compromise we reach with this meal, that I shouldn't put a lot of spinach into the potato porridge for them, and I agreed on that. That's an agreement. This is black pepper. You can add white pepper, you can add habanero pepper, any pepper that will bite, but I just like the flavor of black pepper. That's salt, even though it's in this onion container, but that's salt. This is red palm oil. If you don't have palm oil, you can add tomato stew just to give it the color, but it's not going to give it the traditional palm oil taste. That's red onions. I'm not going to use all of that, but yeah, as always, this one is add to your taste. This is known as chorizo in Spanish. This is just from pork sausage cut into tiny bits. There are so many other different kinds that I use for this. There's another one called pork bits. You can also use that one. If you don't have any of these two, you can add frankfurters. That's this. Yeah. Hot dog. Yeah. You can add that, cut it into bits and add it. It's very tasty in potato porridge. Let's go. Every mom has that meal that her children don't like. Yet she prepares it for them. You must eat it by fire, by force. I don't know if you can see my face. Yes, and for me and my children, this is that meal, potato porridge. I think I mentioned it once in one of my vlogs that my children don't like it, yet I will continue to prepare it because I told them potato is a good vegetable for you. Growing up, for my mom and us, it was beans. Especially for me, I can't even remember if my siblings liked beans. I don't think they liked beans, but they did not hate it as much as I hated it. But my mom will continue to force beans into the family menu. In fact, you better pretend that you like beans. If my mom saw you with a frowny face while eating the beans, that means that she's going to increase the number of times you get the beans during the week. I think we were eating beans 3 times a week at that time. I don't know what it is with beans. I mean, don't get me wrong, today I like brown beans, but in those days there were no brown beans. Yeah, in the 80s. Who are my age mates here, please? Those that are already aware of what was happening in the 80s here. Was there brown beans then? At most, what we got was iron beans, the one called iron beans. Iron beans is a type of black-eyed beans. It's just fatter, and the texture is a little bit different. When you're eating it, you feel like you're eating yam. Like the texture, I like the texture. It's very fat, but it's not that common anyway. So it's the ordinary tiny black-eyed beans that we eat, and I hate that beans. I don't like that beans. It's not delicious. But you see brown beans that we get today, oloyin beans, I like it. Yeah, it's actually tasty, much more tastier than black-eyed beans. But my mom, She used to cook beans that time, madre. Woo! Lolo, I hate it. And you know how they were scamming us that time, saying that beans is protein. It's when you grow up that you find out that beans is high in carbs. That beans, that black-eyed beans, or even the brown beans, yeah, it's quite high in carbs. It's not the mama of protein that they, of course, it contains more protein than, you know, like rice. But it's not like protein like they were trying to make us believe. The greatest scam. That beans contain protein. And then to add salt to injury, my mom added fio on top. Hey, Chineke, fio is pigeon pea. Who ate fio here? Come and mark register in the comments. Let me know. Chayo. Hey, that one. I ran away from home because of that one. I ran to my cousin's house. I said, I don't want to live in that house again. See, they want to kill me with beans and fio. That fio is the worst. It's not like it's not tasty, but I don't like the look. I don't like the look of it, cha. And the cooking, if you want to cook that thing, you start the day before, Cook it for 2 hours. Leave it in the pot with the hot water so that it can soak and marinate. So when I came back, my cousin brought me back and they were trying to negotiate with them what we'll be eating. So they agreed that they're not going to buy it anymore. But my mom said, the one that is already in this house, you people must finish it before I stop buying. Because my mom, she was a teacher, yeah. She's retired now. And you know, in those days, teachers will come together and buy bags and bags of anything, like bags of beans, and then share it. They bought bags of, I remember bags of beans, crayfish, and then they added this fio that I'm talking about. So I think we had about half bag. And when I mean bag, it's sack, not even bag. It's like all these sacks of beans and fio. So she said the only thing she will listen to is that we'll finish that half bag before. Hi! We will cook it. We had this big pot that we used to cook it. We will cook it and then leave it with the water, with the hot water there overnight so that it will soak. The next morning you continue cooking it till dawn. And then you can prepare the palm oil with onions, lots of onions, palm oil, fry it, add boiled yam, mix it together. Wow. Bam. Okay, for this potato, the best potato, if you're outside Nigeria, if you're in Nigeria, we only have one type of Irish potato, but outside Nigeria, I noticed that they have Irish potato for frying, the one that is best for frying, the one that is best for boiling. Use the one that is best for boiling because it will give you the most starch that will form the porridge. Okay, I peeled it and cut it into these sizes. Yeah, just like yam. You won't even know that it's not yam, especially if you use the big size Irish potatoes. You hardly know the difference. So I'm going to rinse that and put it in the pot. Set that aside. One thing I normally do when preparing potato porridge is I like to prepare all my, you know how in my videos sometimes I'll start cooking and then come and start preparing the rest of the ingredients. I don't like doing that when preparing this thing because it gets done so fast that you start scrambling. You will still be preparing the ingredients and it's already ready for you to add the rest of the ingredients. So for peace of mind, I prefer preparing the ingredients, have everything ready to add, then I start cooking. I'm telling you the honest truth. So I prepare the onions and the pepper. This is the quantity of pepper I'll add, something like that. I'll add like half of this. See that? That's it. Everything is ready. I don't I don't do anything to my spinach. I just maybe take off the stalk. I wanted to buy baby spinach, which is usually like this, all of them, but I couldn't find. So this one is quite bold, so I'm going to just tear it in the middle like that, something like that. Then I remove this huge stalk. But I don't like slice them up like we normally do in Nigeria. Hey, do whatever you want to do, please. Like if you want to slice it, you slice it. Nothing is going to happen. It's just the way I like it. This time I'm talking to Facebook people. You know that platform called Facebook, eh? It's the most dangerous platform ever. If you think that you have trolls on this YouTube, try uploading content on Facebook. Madre mia. I think I have 2 videos on Facebook where I did not slice my spinach, and some people are tearing their hair out, tearing their drawers and their pint because I did not slice my vegetables. What is wrong with? They said I'm not a virtuous woman because I did not slice my vegetable. Because I don't know which cave these Facebook people come out from, eh? I don't know which cave. Like, you upload a video, some of them will come and be crawling out from their caves. They are so stuck in the ancient way of cooking. They are one way, the way that their ancestors cooked. We must all cook like that. Hey. She's like, okay, if I write a book about my experiences on Facebook, I will have volume 1, volume 2, volume 100. Hey, what do you mean by not slicing your vegetables? You're too lazy. You're lazy. You're not a virtuous woman. You're not a submissive woman. That is why you shouldn't be seen anywhere in the kitchen. You're deceiving. What's the word? Is it deceiving? Misleading. What's the word again that they normally use? Hey, that I'm deceiving people. That I'm deceiving those that don't know how to cook. Telling them not to slice their vegetables. Hey. Anyway, do whatever you want. This is the way that I, Chinyere, Muhammadu Bike, decides to do hers. Yeah, this is how I decide to do mine. So if you want to grind your own or chop it or blend it, knock yourself out, my darling. It's not a fight. I know that my YouTube people understand. I'm just saying this in case I post this video on Facebook. That platform is a caves platform. Everything ready? Let's start cooking. I add this. I add black pepper. I add this. The beef and chicken stock. I add a little bit of onion, just a little bit. I'll add the rest later so that they're not dead. And one ingredient that I didn't show you earlier is crayfish. You can add crayfish if you want, but just a little so that it will not be an overkill. Yeah, and then some palm oil. You need to add the palm oil early enough so that it will be done, so it won't be tasting raw palm oil. Yeah, and then add water. Very important when you're adding water. Make sure it's just under the level of the potatoes, just about here. One thing with potatoes is that it does not contain as much starch as yam, so it doesn't make enough porridge. It doesn't make as much porridge as yam. So if you add too much water, the potato porridge will be watery. Yeah, it will not have the rich, thick porridge by the time this is done. But you need to keep an eye on it and top up the water when necessary when you're cooking it. Okay, I didn't add salt now because you see this thing I added, this pork sausage bits, it's very salty. We don't eat a lot of salt in this house, so we may not even need salt. Let me just start cooking and I'll taste it later. Cover the pot, turn the heat to high. Yeah, you need it to steam really well. So I rinse my vegetable and set it aside, ready to add it. When that's done, this is the easiest recipe to prepare. So easy. Like if it were the time my kids are in school, I'll start cooking it at about 1:20, and by 1:45, I'm already done, ready to go and pick them up from school. Just as I was about to show you the crayfish, I saw that my crayfish has finished from here, so I need to refill. I think this is the last batch that I got from Nigeria. Hey, I need to go to Nigeria and replenish. My Niger food ingredients are going down small. If not for this koro, I would have been in Nigeria right now. Actually, supposed to be in Nigeria right now. How this thing has changed our plans, changed everybody's plans for this year. Just out of nowhere, something that is invisible will come and hold the world to ransom like this. Well, we don't even know when the airports will be open. Here they're saying 23rd, saying of June, but I don't know. If you are going to open the airports and then when you arrive they put you in 2 weeks quarantine, it's not worth it, is it? It's not worth it at all. Let me show you how it's boiling. Poto. You see? Cooking on high heat. Let me take you through the next time I check it. Can you see how the palm oil is slowly integrating into the meal? That's why you need to add it very early. Yeah. So that by the time the potato is soft, the palm oil would have integrated into the meal. Woo! You see that it's thickening. This is how to check if the potato is done. And the knife goes into it easily. It's done. Without resistance. You can reduce the heat to medium now and add the rest of the pepper. The rest of the onions I meant to say, and the red paprika. If you don't have this red paprika, you can use Takashi. As far as I'm concerned, it's just for color. I place this one on top. And once the spinach wilts, you can see it through my pot cover, which is transparent. So you can see that it has wilted, but it's still green. It's okay to stir it. Taste for salt. Do you know that this is okay? It's actually okay. Don't need a lot of salt in your meals. Yeah? Okay, let me add some for completeness. For those that will come and say, this food will be tasteless. You didn't add salt. Hey. Some people have trained their taste buds with too much salt that they now think that adding salt is a must to meals. Adding salt is not compulsory, huh? Yummy. If care is not taken, salt would have been too much in this meal. But of course, for some people, this will still not be okay. You see that? Yummy. It's done. Yasta. Finito. Kaput. Okwawu. Lobaton. So it's tasting time, my people. Have you liked this video yet? Have you? You watched all this, you watched till this far and you haven't liked the video. You'll be watching and not liking. Later you will come to me like the Nicodemus. You come in box and say, I love you, I love your work, I love your channel, I love this. And when I check, you've never made a single comment on my channel. Have you commented on this video yet? Go down there and tell me something. Just tell me what the weather is like where you live. Tell me where you're from. Tell me your name. There are so many things to say in the comment section. Comment section, no, they bite. It doesn't bite. Go down there and make yourself known. Don't be Nicodemus. Don't be loving me Nicodemusly. You're not proud of me. You don't want people to know that you love me. You sneak in behind in my DM, in my Facebook Messenger. Oh, I love your work. I've been watching you since 1980. But I go and check. Never a single video from you. Put your finger or keypad. Put your finger where your mouth is. Oh yeah. Go down there and comment something. Just say something. Tell me about yourself. If you don't want to comment about this recipe, tell me about yourself. Yeah, there are so many things to say. Tell me what's on your mind. Why have you been I want to know, why have you been watching me since 2011 and you have never commented? I want to know the kind of heart you have. Your heart must be hard like Olumo Rock, For you to be watching me all these years, you have never cared to comment. That is not love. That is stalking. It's called stalking. I used a small plate because I don't want to finish my kids' meal, because as you can see, that food is more. It's just perfect for Kamsi and Ned, no leftovers. So that's why I'm using a small plate. Because if I decide to use a big plate, I'm going to finish their meal. Some people say, I know they call you people to come and eat. Adema, Abiana, go and cook your own. Wherever you live, there is Irish potato. This one is not, hey, Flo, I cannot buy this where I live. Oh, I miss Nigeria. There is Irish potato all over the world. If there is no Irish potato where you live, tell me the country below, please. I want to know. So yummy. You won't even believe that it's the tasteless, because in Nigeria we regard Irish potatoes as tasteless compared to our yam. Our yam is so sweet and rich and delicious. But Irish potato, no. Yeah. Compared to yam, it doesn't have taste, but just prepare it the way I prepare it. Just prepare it the way I prepared it, with the right amount of porridge or sauce in it. You love it. It's so yummy. No, potato is assistant yam, but this one has been elevated to CEO. Bye bye. See you soon.